Hey Jude. D. Dinor, come here. Hey, where you at? Keep your little turd burgling butt over here in the light where I can see you. There ain't no need for you to be sneaking off around that corner. I gotta keep my eyeballs on you, boy. Because I don't trust you. I don't trust you as far as I can pick you up and throw you. And that's not very far, but I can pick you up a couple yards, but that's about it. Good timing. TJ just ended Abandoned Hope. Oh, that's interesting. Remember, I was chilling in Discord earlier, and people were like, TJ has a thing on his channel where he started streaming, but he hasn't started the stream. And he did a poll like, how long will it be until TJ starts? 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 6 hours. I guess he left it there for like 45 minutes and then turned on the wait thing and left it there another 10. Only TJ, dude. Only TJ.
The wait thing is, it's grating because he has that static thing in the beginning.
You're just like,
I'd beg him to do any other wait.
How about just silence?
Yeah.
Yeah. Only TJ, bro. Bo Shi Jean Guo Ren. Whoa. Bo. Wo Shi Jean Guo Ren. I'm Chinese. Wo Shi Xin Guo Ren. I'm British. My favorite one yet is how they say Italy. I love that they just kind of like took the phonetics of it and then found the Japanese letters or phrases for it and just make it sound like it sounds. Idali. Wo shi idali ren. That's pretty awesome. America's kind of like that too. Meguo. Meguo sounds pretty close, like phonetically it sounds like they definitely like designed it to sound like what it sounds like coming from people that speak English or French or Italian. It's just interesting. It's interesting to me that like the United States seems to be kind of selective, right, about whether or not it uses its own pronunciation or name or designation for a country, or whether it uses the one that that country calls itself.
Yeah.
Because like China is based on the first emperor. It's like the Qin dynasty. He only ruled for 10 years, but he established the dynasty. So Emperor Qin. Right, he's a Chinese historical figure and seen as the first emperor of what we call China, but we only call China China because the first people to like make contact there and explore the culture heard them talking about this Emperor Qin, and so it's
Qin's land, basically.
Basically, yeah. We don't even know for sure that that's where it comes from, but that is our best guess on the etymology of why we call China China, because they don't call themselves China. Zhongguo is China. Japan is Nippon. Japan is, I think, Japan came from a mistranslation of Nippon. I think that in the Japanese dialect, they would say, hey, we're from Nippon, and people in fucking country-ass America and England and shit would hear, like, Japan? Okay, all right. Because it really, like, it doesn't appear in their language, really. It's just strange. Entomology is insects? Yeah, I said etymology. Entomology is insect study, yeah. Etymology is how a word came to be used in the way it is. And what words were it based on, and in what previous languages was it used. How the fuck do you get Japan out of Nippon? Fuck if I know, bro. Japan is based on Chinese pronunciations. Who knows? What is the etymology of entomology? Whoa, bro. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was not aware. Yeah, dude, mind blown. Double dipped on that question, bro. Idaliren. It's cute. It's cute. The way that they say, the way that they call Italy, Idali. Idaliren. Idali Guoren. If a tree falls on your house and no one is around to hear it, did it make a sound? Yes. What's your opinion on making people on SSI/disability get the neurochip implants? Huh? Making people on disability get neurochip implants? Who's proposing this? Are you proposing this? No. Jesus. There are so many fucking just dead ass bots that come cruising through in these bursts of like algorithmic push that you get when you start to get like up to 50 viewers. They do another push, and then it's like you slam up to 100 really quick, but like it's fucking, dude, half the shit that comes in here, I don't even think there's a person doing it. And the other half is just like lost individuals. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck is wrong with people? Staring into the fucking void, man. The void is you. If I stare too long into the void stares also into me. You stare too long at the pussy stares back at you. Thus sprocked flocka thustra. You know what I mean? Direct quote. The algorithm giveth, but unfortunately doesn't discriminate. Yeah. So the other day, the first 30 minutes is basically about finding a group of halfway intelligent people to have a conversation with amongst the sea of tards. Yeah, pretty much. Inward cha, dude. You guys ever read that philosopher, Inward cha? I like him. Sea of Tards would be a good band name. Bro, I can't even see. Here's the fucked up thing about living in the here and now is I just had a flash of something come through my head and it's hilarious, but I can't even describe it. I'd get in so much trouble if I described it out loud. So I'm just not even gonna do it. I can't, bro. It just, okay, that kind of humor, it died, okay? It died in the 90s, bro. It did. It really did. It's funny to me. You know? It's funny to me. %, it's some 90s shit for sure. It would have flown real well in the 90s. It would have flown like a goddamn fucking Wright Brothers plane, bro. It would have glided in the 90s, okay? But today, it would crater immediately, bro. Immediately. Everybody's so fucking sensitive, bro. Sensitiveness of the fucking millennial generation is just endlessly deep, bro. The most hard done by wussy pussy fucking generation ever, the millennials, bro. Millennials are the new boomers, bro. 100%. 100%. And I say this as half a millennial, bro. Okay? I'm a cusper. I'm 1 foot in X, 1 foot in the millennium. That millennial anti-humor. Dude, here's how you sum it up, dude. 3 words. This is millennial humor in 3 words. I can't even. That's it. That's all you have to know, bro. That's all you need to know to describe it. I can't even. Like, perpetual confusion and exasperation is funny to millennials. And it's really the only thing that's funny. Like, go watch a Pixar movie made in the last 20 years. And really keep track of the type of humor that's used. It's all awkward anti-humor. Self-aware, awkward, I can't even. What the fuck even is the world right now? It's unbelievable how little humor. Yeah, MCU humor is almost always the same way. Almost always. It's literally the easiest, most awkward, most, like, surface level kind of, like, insight into humanity. It's the cheapest, easiest fucking comedy shit. Well, that just happened. Yeah, exactly, bro. 100%. Well, that just happened. Well, I guess that's a thing. Awkward. Can somebody tell me what happened right now? And another thing about him, he's stupid. And hold on. This is another good one that's used 9,000. And another thing about him, he's stupid. And he's standing right behind me, isn't he? Shit. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm adulting. What made millennials like that? I don't know, bro. The anti-humor, the kind of like, I don't know, dude. It was probably funny at some point. That kind of like disaffected anti-humor was probably pretty funny at some point. And an entire generation just decided that that's all that was funny. The participation trophies thing, I'm of two minds about that shit, bro, to be honest with you. On one hand, and I try and it's hard for me to sort through, like, what about this is slightly toxic? What about this is an overreaction, right? So here's how I feel about it. On one hand, I don't feel like the losers of a tournament should get it's jack shit. That's what happens when you lose. You don't get a thing. So to me, that's just simple. And I do think that it's an important lesson to learn that even though you put in effort, you don't always get the big gold trophy. The effort itself, the pursuit of the trophy itself was the reward. That's the lesson that you learn, right? On the other hand, I'm like, it's some little fucking kid trophy. Like, does it really matter? You know, it's a little fucking kid. Does it really matter? I don't know. Well, neither would I, but I don't come from a time where you got a participation trophy, you know? That wasn't a thing when I was a kid. If you won a thing, you got a trophy. If you didn't win, you got a memory, right? It's life. You're special. Even though you placed last, you're still a winner. Everybody's a winner. You gotta wonder if it, not just participation trophies, but if that mentality that kind of the participation trophies were born out of is responsible for the kind of like super entitled nature of people these days. Like people being completely unaware that of normal social graces. They go to a restaurant, it's like they're the only people in there. They go to the movies, they're the only people up in there. Go out in public, they're cutting up and acting like it's their backyard they're in. It's just like normative respect and social graces seem to have gone out the window in favor of a me. Main character syndrome is what I've heard it called. And I'm just wondering, what level of influence did this participation trophy, everybody's a winner, be kind, every second of every day, fucking kind of thing, contribute to a group of people that just want to be given? Give me. I'm in public, and this is all mine because I'm here. Fuck the fact that you and your family and 28 other families besides are trying to enjoy the same public fucking facility. Me and my family are the only ones that are here. Fuck the rest of y'all. That level of entitlement comes out of, I think, children being raised and never having things taken from them, never being disciplined, never learning that when you lose or underperform, you don't win. Yeah, it's they have these little medal ceremonies for these little kids, and all the loser little kids get a medal too. And everybody claps for them for being losers. That's not how the world works. The world doesn't clap for you for being losers. You get to, in good sportsmanship, clap for the team that beat your ass. They get the medal. You get to go home with your lumps and hope you do better next fucking season. If you never learn that, what does that do to you as an adult? People have lost spatial awareness in public too. Oh yeah, dude. They think that they own the whole fucking sidewalk, the whole street. People will just stop right in the middle of a busy ass sidewalk to do a TikTok and involve you in their content and shit. It's gone wild out there, bro. There's a sense of entitlement and a sense of just a lack of normative social graces and basic decorum with people that just smacks of, I hate to say it, smacks of a whole fucking couple of generations of people who weren't spanked, never had anything taken from them, weren't disciplined, were consistently rewarded for being mid or worse. It's if all you've learned in your life by the time you're in your fucking late teens or early 20s is that mom and dad are like a bullet shield that jump in front of any consequence for you, then what kind of human being are you going to be? You know what I mean? What kind of human being does that make you? Oh, bro, I live right in that fucking area, and it's horrible, dude. I worry every time my wife leaves the house. Every time. I mean, I'm sorry, dude. I love that, people want to make their kids' lives awesome. That's great. I don't think a child's life should be filled with like sorrow and toil. But if your kid never learns that there are consequences for behavior if you just allow them to run you, and they learn that all they got to put up with is you yelling at them when they transgress, what kind of human being is that going to create once they leave your nest? You're going to have a couple of like young fucking adults running around in the world, and they think that everybody and everyone is subservient to them, and that all they have to do is kick and scream loud enough and the world will conform. And they're gonna hit a fucking wall real quick. If they're lucky. If they're unlucky, they'll find some schmuck to help carry them along, some human being to attach themselves to, and the realization won't come till they're 30 or 40. Like, fuck, I can't do anything, I'm not worth anything. I don't know how to deal with fucking negativity or loss. I freak out at the very thought of having to do something. Like, you end up with a whole paralyzed generation of people that, you know, in one way or another are just like content to fucking pretend that the world is their bedroom. Do you think this was intentional? No, I don't think so. Well, certain parts of it probably, but I don't think you can blame the parts of it that were intentional. I mean, obviously media companies and corporations lean into stupidity. If people are getting dumber, make them even dumber. If it's easy to dupe them already, how do you not benefit from making them a shade dumber, right? So there's a clear profit motive to making people not able to think for themselves, making people impulsive and silly and stupid. So was that done on purpose? Absolutely. The way that advertising is conducted, the way that shows and movies are written, you know, and product placement is used. These are all indicative of, you know, you can understand when you watch a movie that's just saturated with shit like that, what the people that made that movie think of you. You're a slack-jawed ATM, and they're going to get as much guap out of you by giving you low-grade, unfunny, shit-tier entertainment for as long as your dumb, slack-jawed, knuckle-dragging ass is willing to pay the fucking $20 a seat to sit through it, or the $20 a month to stream it. Yeah. But is that, or see, here's where it gets different. Are the corporations to blame for this? No. No, there are two entities that are to blame for this that have way more culpability than the news media and Hollywood and entertainment companies. Right? And that is the school system, and then at the very top with the very most responsibility, the parents. Wah, 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 wah. Dude, you want to see a group of entitled-ass parents cry? Tell them that they're the reason that their children are fucked up, and watch the room go ape shit, bro. Watch the room go ape shit. Remind them that they themselves have created the little problem that's running around, and watch them go ape. You tell me how I fucking raise my kid, you're gonna tell me this, you're gonna tell me that. Super defensive quick. See, there's this culture now, like being a parent just used to be a foregone conclusion. Nobody looked at it as special. Now everybody, like, look at these fucking, like, gender announces and shit. Like, a big old pregnant lady's gotta have like 92 fucking expensive ass celebrations before she squats one out. It's like we applaud people and celebrate people doing the most basic human thing. Right? It's another outcropping of this. And parents, when they're treated this way, when their friends get together and spend thousands of dollars out of pocket to congratulate them for, I guess, nut and raw, Hey, congratulations, you nutted raw. Here's thousands of dollars of my fucking shit. Here's my time. Here's my effort. Oh, you're doing a baby shower and a gender reveal? Sure, I'll come to both. Yeah, I'll bring a hella big ass fucking gift to both and take time off of work to be at both. Sure, yeah. Congrats. Didn't used to be that way. It's just a foregone conclusion. Oh, you're pregnant? Congratulations. What? You're throwing a party where you're going to set off a bomb and whether the smoke is pink or blue? Yeah, sorry, can't make it. Most parents that were raised by normie smooth brains lose it when their parenting is questioned, like it's no one's business. Yeah, it is, and it really is nobody's business that they're raising an idiot until that idiot collides with my life and time and airspace. When your little idiot moron that you parent by handing a tablet to is out in public ruining my fucking day, then it becomes my problem. I'm not part of the village that decided to help you raise a child. Sorry. I know it takes a village. I just never signed up to be a villager in yours. I liked my village. There's no kids in it. So you look at the center of all this, what's at the center of all this? A child. What is a child? Well, psychologically and you know, just like physically speaking, a child is a sponge. So one of the things you learn in child development, it's one of the first things that you learn is that a child is a giant sponge. And when a child is born, they immediately go about orienting their senses on their parents. One of the first things a baby learns how to do is focus its eyes on its parents and learn their faces. Right? And that just continues. That level of influence continues all throughout a child's formative years in life. They look to their parents. What do I do? How do I act? And they're not necessarily listening to every word their parents say as much as they are watching everything their parents do. So a lot of times, one of the hardest fucking things to admit for parents that have got fuck up kids is that those kids are a giant mirror held up to those fuck up parents. It's not the kid that's a fuck up, it was you. They are a dark mirror of all of your little idiosyncrasies and your entitlement and your fucking temper problem and your inability to fucking handle things like an adult. All of that has expressed itself in your child. And there was only 2 people in the world that had any direct influence on that. The people that raised the child. There's nobody else to blame. You can't look at video games. You can't look at Netflix. You can't look at Disney and go, that's what messed up my child. No, it was you. You raised it. You taught it. It watched you and learned how to be a fuckwit. Learned how to be a knuckle dragger that nobody wants to hire. Nobody wants to be around. Because of you. It's a reflection of something that's wrong with you. Maybe you decided to have a kid for the wrong reasons. Whatever the question is, all of that goes out the window when you become a parent. All of it. Every excuse goes right out the window. Your whole life is about molding that little person. And you better get to work. It might be. I mean, millennials are the ones that are squirting out the skibbities. But who made the millennials? Yeah, blame the Big Bang. Blame it on the bang. Yeah, yeah. Whatever you do, don't put the blame on you. I blame Gondwana, personally. Pangea was lit. Gondwana, though, that was a crazy-ass supercontinent right there. Okay? Gondwana was out of pocket. Let's just put it that way. You know, the northern part of Gondwana broke off, became India, and crashed into the fucking Asian continent so hard that it created the world's tallest mountain range. The crash is still happening to this day. It had so much potential energy. You ever know that? That's some sus shit. Gondwana, that's some sus shit, bro. Yep, Pangea was the standard. Pangea was lit, okay? Gondwana, though, something sus going on there, bro. Whole ass chunk of Gondwana became Antarctica. I mean, what continent does that? Decides, like, I'm gonna go over here where nothing can live. I want to be alone with the snow. It's like, that's sus. Whole ass chunk of Gondwana went down south and became fucking Antarctica, bro. That's sus as fuck. Like, what are they? What's that chunk of Gondwana doing down there? And guess what the answer to that is? Nobody really knows. Nobody knows what Gondwana's up to. Like, we're studying it. We've sent some people in there, you know, to check it out, to try and study it. But as far as, like, do we have a picture of what Gondwana is up to down on the South Pole? No. To me, that's sus. To me, that's sus. Yeah, Southern Gondwana might be selling coke. They might be hiding, dude, Epstein continent. All of us are over here with our eyes off the bag. We're like, oh, we discovered Epstein Island, Epstein Island. Fucking Epstein continent down there, bro. That's what I think Gondwana's up to, bro. Personally, throwing it out there. Throwing it out there as a fucking theory, you know? While we're looking at the tiny little island, Epstein continent. You know how they would ask, like, billionaires? Mr. Trump. Yes, how can I help you? I'm a representative of Mr. Jeff Epstein. Oh, yeah, Jeff, good guy, I like that guy. What's he want? He would like to know if you enjoy your beverage with ice. Oh, yes, I do. I do enjoy my beverage with ice. Then he invites you to get on the plane, sir. There's a frosty, cold beverage waiting for you. Yeah, what's up underneath all the ice? Exactly. What's it hiding? What is Gondwana hiding under? Sometimes it's like 2 to 3 miles of ice. A lot of people went to the island. I never went. He's saying he's going to release it if he becomes president. He's going to draw. I think that's a 0.0 chance, right? Do you even think there's 0.01% chance that if Trump wins, he drops the list, the Epstein list? You say he would never, Phoebes, but don't you think that there's a fucking micro fraction of a percent of a chance that Trump freaks out because a couple of his enemies are on there and drops docs? Bro, that sounds like Trump all the way through to me, bro. Yeah. I've decided today to release a redacted list a redacted list. And you look on there and it's just literally like Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, black, 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 black. You know what I mean? It's just blacked out. Dude, I could totally see him doing that. What do you think, baby? What percentage chance? So Trump has said one of his campaign promises is he hasn't made it part of his main campaign, but one of the promises he's made in interviews and stuff is, I'll release the Epstein list. If I become president, I'll release the list. What percentage chance that he follows through on that in some capacity? Like a redacted list with just people on it he hates. You know what I mean? Like Bill Clinton's got to be on there. Anybody that said anything bad about Trump. See, people were saying there's a 0% chance he ever releases any of that list. But I think there's like a little less than 1% chance that there's a universe where that happens. Like 0.5%.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, like, because there have been other promises about releasing things, like JFK's shit was never released, and I think he had said something about that at some point.
I know. I'm not saying, like, I think it's a high chance. And but the reason I think there's a chance at all is because Trump has got to be one of the most vindictive people ever. Like, if there are a lot of people on that list, probably, that have said hateful, spiteful things about Donald Trump. And I think he would relish the chance to blow them all up publicly.
It just depends on how many of them still have, hoaxing them with money.
True. Well, it also depends on, is his name on that list as well, which from the amount of pictures he's got with Epstein and Ghislaine, it's almost unthinkable that he didn't come to one of their properties at one time and avail himself of a little poop tank.
I guess maybe he wouldn't be on the list if he just flew himself.
Or maybe he just didn't ever go to, like, Epstein had like 6 properties.
Yeah, so he might have.
So maybe he was like one of Epstein's real close pals, and they only got to go to the private Brookstone, and you know what I mean? Like this idea that like the island, I mean, it does make sense because it's all lap of luxury, beautiful, exclusive, that Trump would have been drawn to go to that island. So it wouldn't shock me if his name's on it. But even if his name isn't on the travel list there, like you said, there's ways to get around that, right? Like maybe Trump flew into like Grand Exuma and then got on a boat and went 2 hours by boat to Epstein's island. Like, where's that logged? In some Grand Exuma fucking charter company logs? But something like, come on. They're not going to ask what his real name is. Nobody's going to know who he is. He just incognito
boated. Or he just
boated.
could have landed his own plane on that island, probably.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is like, Trump's plane has to go through FAA regulations and shit. It has to originate somewhere.
Yeah.
So if he had a plane that was parked in Haiti, which is totally possible,
yeah.
then it would be on Haiti's books. Yeah. But I don't know how well Haiti handles it. Since a lot of drugs are ported through that area, I would say it's probably easy to cover up.
And just the destruction that Haiti's gone through in recent years.
Or Jamaica, or any of the, like, in any area where it was like, oh, I'm going down to check on the oil fields in Brazil. And then you go to Brazil, and now you can get like a chartered flight to Grand Exuma with no passenger list, and then get on a boat with no passenger list, and you're in, you know what I mean? So this list might not even exist in the way that people assume it does.
Yeah, it's not going to be completely comprehensive.
Here are the people that fucked underage children on the island. 1. It's not going to be that. It's going to be, here are the contacts. Here are people that have shown to have traveled to this island, and here are the dates that they went. Here are the dates that the whistleblowers and victims have alleged that some of these contacts took place. You know what I mean? All of that shit is going to be used to determine who was there. and how often and all that shit. You look like the human embodiment of a Trump supporter. Well, you're like snap judgment shit. Like, does it make you feel stupid to be wrong? Like, would it make you feel like a retard if I told you that I would never vote for Donald Trump? If you put a gun in my mouth, I'd tell you blow my brains out. So do you feel like a total fucking retard now? Or are you just like, huh, all right?
You're literally talking about Trump being slimy to avoid records of being on Epstein's list.
Yep. Well, ban him. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, and there's so many pictures of Trump with his arm around Epstein, Trump throwing up double thumbs up, standing between Glenn and Jeff. Come on.
These weird comments about his daughter.
Yep. If you listen to Paul for maybe 5 seconds, you can tell he isn't anything like that, but listening is kind of hard. Well, people are retarded too. Like, people are so visually overstimulated that they can't think about content anymore. You know how many people roll through here that have never seen me, that all they want to do in the middle of a conversation is talk about my beard, my hair, how fat I am, something about my physical appearance, how much I look like Thor, how much I look like fat Kratos, how much I look like Queso. It's like people are so visually overstimulated that they can't have a conversation like a fucking whole ass adult anymore. It's just, oh, I see thing, monkey see, monkey talk. That's what it is. No, it literally is that. It's monkey see, monkey comment. I don't allow that here. This guy funny looking. I've scrolled through live streams. How often do you get randos scrolling through your... Oh, tons, bro. Like 168 people. Probably 60 of these people are people that have never seen me before. Sometimes it pops up to like 250 people. Just like randos. And a lot of them are chill as fuck. A lot of them end up hanging out and liking the stream and fucking like, oh, cool, this is a cool cat. I'll come back to this. But a lot of them are just fucking brain dead, bro. I don't vote for either Trump or Harris. Get out. That's gotta be a bot, right? That type of shit. Trump 2024, America first. Dude, America first is fucking hilarious, bro. It is hilarious, dude. The leader of the America First movement now hates Donald Trump. The creator of the America First movement, Nick Fuentes, now hates Donald Trump with a red hot fiery passion.
Dick Cheney hates Trump.
Yeah, Dick Cheney now wants to vote for Kamala Harris.
I think they're desperate to get the shadow of Trump off of
They're sick of because there are people out there, and I think Nick Fuentes is one of them. He realizes Trump is a big retarded albatross around his neck.
Yeah, like
he gets dragged into the dumps. Yeah, he gets dragged into the intellectual dumps every time he has to make an excuse for why Trump is brilliant when he clearly isn't. And a lot of people are sick of doing it, so they'd rather see Trump lose than continue carrying his water.
Yeah. It's like they can't get rid of him like Democrats were able to get rid of Biden.
Yeah. It's actually shocking to me that, you know, shit went down the way it did this electoral cycle. It's
like
unprecedented. The amount of gaslighting leading up to it is what is shocking.
Yeah.
They were so double, triple, quadruple, quintuple downed on Biden is fucking bright, sharp, and capable. Bright, sharp, and capable. And they put him out in front of people, and people just saw that he wasn't. And they kept going for weeks, remember? Kept going. Oh, Biden is the greatest, one of the greatest presidents we've ever had. There's nobody in this country more qualified. Biden is sharp and private. He's on top of everything. And then all of a sudden, poof, now he's gone. Now he wasn't okay. And the person that was chief gaslighter helping him out, Kamala Harris, is now just the presumptive nominee with no primary. It's fucking wild. It's actually wild. It's legitimately full-blown wild.
Why are you being a Hufflepuff?
Hufflepuff. Hufflety-pufflety-dee from the salty sea.
Speaking of the sea, the episode I'm doing for you, both those captains went through a lot of ups and downs. The Arctic didn't like them.
Yeah, from what I mean, the show didn't go super deep into it, but definitely painted the picture.
Yeah.
They both almost died a couple of times up there. Wild. I ask myself all the time, who's running this country? Headless machine. No, it's not headless. It's just, the head of it isn't the person you think it is, but it isn't headless. What's running this country is capital. And capital is made up of a bunch of corporate entities and single billionaires. That's, if you really want to know who's running this bitch, that's who's running this bitch. They have all the money, they have all the influence, they have all the power. The failures of this society, if you see any, are on their shoulders. They own your Congress, they own your president, they own your state house. You don't get a voice in it anymore.
There was like this post about like the top lobbyists, and people were, I think, like there's a lot of confusion about the difference between lobbyists and PACs. But if you really think about it, it's like, is there much of a difference between lobbyists and PACs?
Well, there is a difference definitionally, but they're like hand in a glove.
Yeah, the lobbyists.
The lobbyists
give money to the PACs,
or vice versa.
Yeah.
The PACs hire the lobbyist to go exert influence in Congress. So, yeah, there are functionally different entities that are created to pipeline the same thing.
Yeah.
They're two parts of the same machine.
They're just registered differently with different rules.
Yeah, of course. To allow plenty of loopholes and maximal protection from any future legislative cutbacks on their access. Oh yeah. Got their finger on the button. I'm trying to remember what his name was. There was this guy back in the early 2000s, Madoff. No, that was the Ponzi scheme guy. There was a dude that was a lobbyist, and he was like the top lobbyist in the world, conservative lobbyist guy. And he got caught like scamming and trading influence and shit, and he flipped and just started talking about all of the influence that he had. And at one point I remember he did this interview because he had to be careful. He'd get sued and shit, but he was cooperating with the government. I'm trying to remember what this fucking guy's name was, bro. Oh, I can picture him. Just this big, like this little square guy. Italian guy. Looked like a very gregarious guy. Apparently did very well, but he was doing an interview and the lady, asked him, like, how many offices on Capitol Hill did you have personal influence on? And he said something like 600 offices? Or 500 offices or something?
Where he could just call them and be
like,
hey, what's up? I want to talk to you about
I'd like a meeting. And the reporter was actually like blown away. That can't be right. He's like, yeah, no, it's easy. Influence doesn't mean owned. Right, but so...
Well, let's give the example of, what's his name, the manager of the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, I can't remember what his fucking name was. But, yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to explain the whole goddamn fucking story to them behind that. But yes, it's an example of what we're talking about. Influence doesn't mean owned.
Yeah, Lou Pearlman.
Right.
He had enough money to call the president and fly his private jet after 9/11.
Yeah. That's influence. That's not ownership of a politician, that's influence. And when you stack up the amount of different lobbies that have influence over your average politician, you start to wonder what the difference between influence and ownership really is. Jack Abramoff, thank you. That's his name. Jack Abramoff was the name, yes. Another one of these forgotten things, and this guy was like a giant rooster call for the American public that their entire democracy had been undermined and subverted by corporate influence. And I couldn't even remember the fucking guy's name. At least I remember that he was caught. And I remember what he said about his influence on Capitol Hill and in the state houses. It was like 2010, I think, Abramoff was busted. Flipped state's evidence, just admitted to what he was doing, admitted to his illegal lobbying, admitted to bribery of public officials. What's the T? I just hit the T key to see what the first word that it would autocomplete was, and it was T. I'm not even really in the mood for tea. Yeah, the parade of alts are here. Somebody's donated another fucking 3 or 4 hours of their free time to making 20 or 30 alts, and they're gonna burn them all. Here come the alts. Yeah, you can do. Yeah, it's like whack-a-mole. Like this one right here, just obvious. Whack. See how many points you guys get. Whack, whack. Did you catch the game? Oh, you're talking about the one where the Brazil... Oh, damn, that was rough. You got me in the mood, though. I'm making some tea. Well, I'll go get it. It's tough, man. Boom, 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 boom. You gotta get them moles, man. They're fast. They're crafty. Just keep in your mind, every time you whack one, it represents between 10 and 15 minutes of someone's free time. You're sucking their life away, one mole whack at a time, bro. Just free time, 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 free time. Joker 2 looks... Dude, the more I see of it, the less I want to see it. It looks super bad, bro. Super bad. It looks like it's really gonna stink.
I don't know, do you take pleasure in how disappointed so many Minecraft fans are about the Minecraft movie trailer?
I take pleasure in watching Jack Black become somebody that people don't like anymore.
Yeah.
Because he deserves it. He walked out on his best friend to protect his fucking little Nickelodeon Disney career playing fucking animated characters and shit. Fuck him. Jack Black is a piece of shit. And he deserves it. I hope that nobody casts him. I hope he loses his fucking movie career over being a backstabbing piece of shit. That's what he deserves. I am sick to death of Jack Black, bro. Like, he is not funny. He's not interesting anymore. The only thing interesting about Jack Black was his association with Tenacious D. And he threw that under the bus to save his Minecraft role. Fuck that, bro. It's gonna be garbage, bro. Total, complete garbo, bro. Yeah, they're making a movie Minecraft, okay? And it stars Jack Black as Minecraft Steve. Yes.
Live action.
Live action movie about Minecraft starring Jack Black. And you'll never guess how he appears. They've completely changed his look. He's fat in an undersized shirt, and he's got a big, poofy gray beard and long gray hair. Jack Black as Jack Black in Jack Black 3.
Did you finally, with curiosity, get the better of you, and did you watch it?
No.
No, you just...
I've seen
pictures.
The one picture of it, of him in the costume, is all I need to see of it.
Yeah.
Nope, they didn't make him square. He's round as fuck.
It's live action.
Yep, it's a live action film about Minecraft, and Jack Black is the star. Hey guys, it's me! Rob Schneider is a stapler, rated R. Yeah. What is it with this idea of having actors play what is basically themselves in movies? That's always been a thing. There's always been actors who were like that, who are kind of known for being kind of the same presence or bringing the same energy to roles. And a lot of them were great actors. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger is that actor. Arnold Schwarzenegger brings a certain kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger to every role he's ever been in. And that's okay. He's still a great actor. But then it's more about bad writing than bad acting. It's like a lot of times these movies are written, I can almost guarantee you that this movie was written as what they call a vehicle for Jack Black.
Well, it's a complete ripoff of that recent Jumanji where it's like they get sucked in and they have to find their way out or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be that.
It's a tried and true plot with a big IP, big names. That's all they do. It's just well-known IP. Plot that worked before, big names equal money.
Yep, and it will. It'll probably make millions of dollars. And there will be cringy ass motherfuckers going like, dude, I was legit worried about that Minecraft movie, but it was actually kind of funny. Loved it. You know, blah, blah. It's going to be gay as fuck, bro. 90s gay as fuck.
Well, it's also just going to be a bunch of little kids begging their mom to take them to it.
Of course. Jack Black is laughing his fucking fat backstabbing ass off right now looking at the blowback from this movie.
Because it's already done. You know
he's already made it, number one. So he already cashed his check.
Yeah.
So, and number two, he knows that this controversy is going to turn into cash at the box office. There are going to be people that go see it because their kids are begging them. There are going to be people that go see it because they want to cringe at it and review it online and talk about how bad it was on Twitter. There are going to be people that go see it because they want to be contrarians. He's going to make a fucking boatload of money. And it's 100% a movie that was started with, not, hey, I have a creative idea that I would like to express out in the form of making a piece of art. It was, we've got this guy, Jack Black. He's gold, all right? If he's in a movie, parents are forced to drag their children to this movie. So what we need to do is create a vehicle for Jack Black to sit in that carries him to a big bag of money, and we get most of it. That's what the term vehicle means. You've got a star, so you need something for them to star in. Well, what do we got on the list? What IPs have we optioned? Minecraft? That could work. You know, Jack Black is the Minecraft guy. We get some CG artists, do it on the cheap, do everything in blue screen. You know, it could be good. All right. Let's do it.
Apparently it's been in production stasis for like 10 years.
Well, of course, because they optioned it 10 years ago, and they've just been waiting to shit it out
Yeah.
at the right time when they need to capitalize.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be $1 billion movie, but it'll make a lot of money. It'll kill at the box office. Vehicle films can be great. You know, I'm sure that there are a lot of films that, you know, were kind of written with a star in mind that ended up being a vehicle for that star. But when you're just, that's the impetus. That's the creative spark is, we got to find something for this big fat pot-bellied Jack Black to be in. That's the creative spark, bro. And I understand, dude, sometimes art is like that. Some of the greatest works of art were commissioned by people that had no artistic fucking vision at all. But that capitalistic input, man, is so cringe. Well, we're going to, like, use all this wonderful technology to create this thing that could be a piece of art. But instead, we've just got to sell people another heaping fucking mushy, lukewarm mouthful of pot-bellied Jack Black. Oh, man. Fuck, bro. I work myself up sometimes, bro, into a frenzy. I'm good at getting myself worked up, if nobody else, you know what I mean? Oh, man, dude. I just wish, you know what I wish sometimes? I wish I could be a fly on the wall of the boardroom where these decisions are made, man.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fucking fascinating?
I wonder if they just have, like, an algorithm they've made, like a prototypical chat GPT that they've been using the past.
Oh, I guarantee you that they've already got, like, they hire people probably now. Script writers are probably being hired to punch up AI scripts now. They'll have the AI write the entirety of the script and then bring in an actual writer to punch it up. Like, add a little bit of humanity to it, switch it around a little bit, make it make a little more sense here in the third act.
Only the ones that aren't part of the group that the Writers Guild.
Yeah, the Writers
Guild negotiated less AI.
Yeah, no, but I mean, you telling me that the movie industry isn't hiring people to be copy editors and fucking style editors and shit? It happens all the fucking time. But I just want to be in the boardroom because that still exists. There's still a group of 5 or 6 people that get together and decide they're going to fucking make a vehicle film. And I want to be at that. I want to hear what that conversation sounds like. We're going to make a movie so we can get pot-bellied Jack Black in front of people. Put parents in the arm bar where they're forced to go see another Jack Black movie where Jack Black plays Jack Black as Jack Black in Jack Black 42, Electric Boogaloo. He's going to make his funny face where he puts his eyebrows up. He's going to sing. And he's going to drain your wallet of about $60 to take you little fucking curtain climbers to see it. And then once he's done draining your wallet, another one of these board meetings is going to happen where people go like, we got to get pot-bellied Jack Black out there. Let me tell you something, man. I've been in this business 35 years. I've been sucking on the teat of Hollywood for 35 years, and I have never seen somebody that prints money like pot-bellied Jack Black. The way he goes out there in an ill-fitting shirt and sings is just so hilarious. So hilarious, the way he raises his eyebrows and smiles while he sings. We gotta get pot-bellied Jack Black out there again. What can we put him in? Let's see. What do you guys think? That's a question. What's next for Jack Black? After Minecraft has come and gone and made him $100 million.
Well, I know Hasbro is like planning a bunch of fucking movies after that Barbie movie success.
Oh,
so what's
shit.
a toy line from Hasbro that he'd fit into?
Hasbro? I don't know what they own anymore. I remember back in the day, I think they owned like Transformers. They owned G.I. Joe, but G.I. Joe's already kind of a movie. But I guess they could reboot the reboot of the reboot. Hungry Hungry Hippos, yeah. What about that game Crossfire? Crossfire!
So, they're gonna do a Candyland movie. A Clue movie.
Dude.
A Furby movie.
He'll be in that Candyland movie.
Yeah.
It'll be a reveal in the trailer. It'll be like, welcome to a whimsical land where everything is tasty.
Hungry Hungry Hippos will also.
Oh, he'll be in 3 of those movies.
Yeah.
He'll be the candy-bearded king in Candyland. The lazy stoner candy king with candy stuck in his beard. Because we haven't seen anything like that before. He'll be, what else was it?
Hungry Hungry Hippos.
He'll be like the safari leader in Hungry Hungry Hippos. He'll be a wild safari leader that is just barely hanging on to his job because he's kind of bumbling. Yeah. And then he'll get caught up in a crazy hippo stampede where the hippos are starving and he's got to save everybody in a wacky adventure. Okay. Yeah, him and Chris Pratt will be in that one. Chris Pratt will be one of the tourists. Jack Black is Mr. Monopoly Guy. You can't put a hotel on Boardwalk. Ah. Oh, Roblox. You know there's going to be a Roblox movie. You know there's going to be a Roblox movie. Jack Black is Roblox. I'm a robot guy that's hella square. Bloop, 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 bloop. Coming soon to a theater near you, picking the pockets of parents all over the United States with more Potbelly Jack Black. Potbelly backstabbing Jack Black. The guy that left his best friend in the dust to protect his Disney career. Jack Black is back again to make you fucking die laughing.
It's gonna be a Play-Doh movie, however the fuck you're supposed to do that.
Oh my God. Jack Black. Yeah, I'll tell you what it'll be. Jack Black will be a grown-ass man who's obsessed with Play-Doh. And he'll build little Play-Doh figurines and talk to them. And then one night, a magical star will shoot by and he'll wish on it. And his little Play-Doh will come to life. But then wacky antics will ensue as he realizes that giving life to all his little creations is more complex than he imagined. Jack Black is Jack Black in Play-Doh, the movie. Woo! I made a whole race of Play-Doh, and then I blew it all up. Jack Black in Flubber 2. He's that close to making that fucking Fatties movie from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
The Fatty Fart family. He's just every character in the whole movie is just fat people farting. He's like that close, bro. In fact, if he made Fatties the movie, I would go see that movie. That's how bad it's gotten for Jack Black. The fake movie from Tropic Thunder would be an upgrade. Jeff Portnoy and Jeff Portnoy and Jeff Portnoy in Fatties 4. Oops, excuse me, I've been eating lots of beans. That would be a good movie. That could be a good movie. I've been eating beans. Jack Black is Marty McFly. And Doc Brown. Recently, Hollywood lost a legend. Robert Zemeckis passed away
And so to piss on his grave, we've done it. Jack Black and Jack Black and Jack Black in the craziest reboot you never thought you'd see. Jack to the future.
The white nutty professor. There was already a white nutty professor. The first nutty professor was, what's his name? Jerry Lewis. And then they rebooted the nutty professor with Eddie Murphy. And now they're going to make him white again.
Don't worry, everybody. The nutty professor is back. And before you wonder, this time, he's white again. I'm the nutty professor. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Jack Black is the nutty professor.
Oh, another alt to burn. I'm the nutty professor. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Jack Black as you've never seen him before. Rotund, bearded, in an ill-fitting shirt.
Whoa, I barely fit in my shirt. I'm a fatty.
Where do I sign up, bro? Oh my god, dude. Tommy Boys. Oh my god. And they get an AI Farley to be the dad, and Jack Black is the twin boys of Chris Farley's character. Oh my god, no, dude. Tommy Boys. And they do a really bad oh my god. They do a really bad AI Chris Farley. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't think I can handle that if something like that happens. Jack Black and Rob Schneider. Oh god, bro. I just, he's just gonna keep making $1 million forever till he falls over.
This summer, cinema is back in black. It's everybody's favorite wallet picker, Jack Black.
Parents are just like, oh no. Kids are like,
Guitar Hero, the movie. Oh, Mom!
no, I can't do another Jack Black movie.
Please, he's so funny. His shirt doesn't fit. Look, and his beard is big.
Yeah, but it's not funny, honey.
Yeah, it is. Watch. I'm gonna play this guitar. I'm gonna play it real hard. Coming this August. See, Mommy? He's hilarious.
Oh, God.
Guitar Hero, the movie, bro.
Oh, God, no. Oh, yeah. I have a feeling that the end result for Jack Black is going to be Netflix originals, for sure. Or maybe, like, Peacock originals, Even worse.
An AMC original production. Jack Black.
Do you think Jack Black is gonna try and do that thing where these fat, stupid comedic actors try and be serious in a role? You think he's gonna try and flip it? Like when the goofy well dries up for Jack Black, do you think he's gonna show up like 10 years later after everybody kind of half forgot about him? All weathered and like skinny. And everybody's like, who the fuck is that Jack Black? I bet he does, dude. I bet he shows up in like some like heartbreaking role where he plays like a gay AIDS victim in the 80s or something. Watch. Uncut Gems too. Mrs. Doubtfire too, 100%, bro. Yeah, that's happening for sure. Man, this is a depressing ass conversation. Can we change the subject? I'm Jack Blacked out, bro. His existence is just, it's really fucking with my Tao, dude. It's fucking with my Tao. It's fucking with my Zen. I don't like it. Can we just put him out? Let's put him out to pasture. Jack White, yeah. Ooh, what if they do Jack White and Jack... Never mind, that's enough. No. 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 And yes, I will be there to help slay the filthy Xenos in the name of the fucking God Emperor. Yes, I will be there. I didn't know it dropped tomorrow, but I pre-ordered that bitch. Way back when. Because the first one, let me just say something. The first Space Marine game is based. And so this one has to be based. It looks like it's going to be based. So I'll be there, man. I'll be there. Ka-chung, ka-chung, ka-chung.
You have my bolter. Purify the Xenos scum.
Usually I am a Xenos scum type of sympathizer. Well, I'm more of a chaos sympathizer, honestly. So I'm cool with blowing up some Xenos. The only Xenos I really kind of sympathize with are the worst of the worst, you know. I really do like me some Tyranids. What the hell is the God Emperor, bro? You don't even want me to get into it, bro. There's like a 1 to 2% chance you get sucked into a lore vortex that you don't want to be a part of, bro. Nah, fuck the Death Guard, bro. 1,000 Suns. Zinch or fucking Riot, bro. 1,000 Suns, bitch. Now what? Rubric Marines in your face, bitch. Rubric Marines and spells in your bitch ass face. Bow down, all is dust. Dude, I gotta ask if you're a metalhead because you got that vibe to you. No, I'm not. I'm a hip hop head, but I do like some metal, but dude, metal people kind of push me away because they're hella tribal and there's too many subgenres of metal that they want to be like putting me up on game on. Like, have you ever listened to sludge, trap, underground, beast, fucking sewer metal, bro? Like, what the fuck even is that? Dude, it's like when the guitar goes and the bass is double bass. It's like and the singer's like that's like sludge, underground, sewer, fucking Whoopi Goldberg metal, basically is how I would say that. But then you gotta know like the history of Whoopi Goldberg, underground, sewer, sludge, bass metal, bro. And I could fucking put you up on game for the next 6 hours on that, bro. No thanks. Pass.
Whoopi Goldberg masturbation underground spunk metal, bro. You ever listen to spunk sludge metal? Oh, no, dude. What's spunk sludge metal, bro? It's like when the singer's like, and then the guitarist is like, and like the bassist is like, it's like, oh, got it, yeah. Porno grind. You ever listen to like Bloody Booger metal? Some of the names on these whack ass metal bands too, dude. You ever listen to Bloody Booger Death Cult, bro? Nah, bro, I've never heard them. Dude, they do underground funky fucking taint metal. They do swampy, unshowered for a week taint metal, dude. Vinegar taint metal, bro. You ever smelled that, dude? I mean, listen to that, bro. No. Dude, you ever listen to fucking Mickey Gives Sloppy Toppy to Satan, bro? That's my favorite metal band right now, dude. Mickey Gives Sloppy Toppy to Satan is fucking dope, bro. But I heard they're gonna have to change their name because Disney's trying to sue, you know. But it's like this, like, underground melted wax museum metal, you know what I mean? Dude, dude, you gotta fucking listen to Testicular Torsion. Dude, have you heard Testicular Torsion, bro? They do this fucking nut twisted up in your ball sack metal. Of course it is, bro. Testicular Torsion is a fucking metal band. Of course it is. Oh my god, dude. Oh man, metal. But I like some metal music, you know. I'm happy that, like, for whatever reason, the Zoomers are into Deftones now. I was like, damn, based. Cool, yeah, good. Yeah, that's good metal. Cool. It's a little bit new metal, but that's all right. It's good shit. Good little Zoomers. Listen to that fucking shit. Yes. Get into that. I watched you change into a fly. I spread my wings. You were on fire. That's such a good song, dude. That's so good. You were on fire. I watched a change in you. It's like you never had it right. I got to see the Deftones live. It was pretty fucking based. I came into this world as a reject. Look into these eyes, then you see the signs of the pain. It's burning up my back. It's burning up my sack. I don't know. Like that shit, bro. Dude, Limp Bizkit was cool for one album. That album is called $3 Bill, y'all. You throw it on and it's banger after banger. After $3 Bill, y'all, Limp Bizkit has sucked. There's a lot of people that won't admit that shit, but it's just true, bro. Sorry, $3 Bill, y'all, and then they sucked.
Chocolate Starfish is dog shit, bro. Dog shit. Yeah, $3 Bill Y'all is a great fucking album. That's a good pickup. No, Chocolate Starfish was dog shit, bro. The name of the album is Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water, bro. Do you want to die on Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water Hill? That's on you, bro. No, that's not why it's great. That's why, and it's not why it sucks either. The hot dog flavored water, bro. Give me a fucking break. No, $3 Bill Y'all, though. Based album. Oh, shit, baby. You just assumed, and you assumed right.
You had that one beer this morning, and then that was it.
Well, it was just so hot.
Yeah.
But beers are great when it's warm, and I can feel that the heat is letting go. Tonight, it's actually, like, tolerable out here. Mm-hmm. So I'm just camping out of here tonight.
Dissipating. Did you hear that cricket crisis going on in there?
No.
He was just inconsolable, so I'm just giving him his little chill out time in the room by himself in the dark.
He wants that.
Yeah, like he just has a crisis sometimes. He's completely inconsolable, and you just gotta...
I think it's because of I think once we get moved out of this place, if we move into a place where there are not as many strays, I don't think he'll be as agitated as much.
Because he'll sit there sniffing at the door.
Oh yeah, and how poorly sealed this house is too. Yeah. It's hardly keeping the outside smells out.
Yeah, I'm sure he's hearing
and
stuff
there's at least
than we can. Yeah.
There's at least 4 or 5 big fucking toms with big balls running around this neighborhood, and they're spraying everything, and it's driving Cricket fucking ape shit. He doesn't want it. So he likes to go, to his room, because that room is just saturated with his smells and his things and your stuff. Yeah. It's like his safe place.
Mm-hmm. He just likes a little alone time.
Yep. It's true. But he wants to be closed up in there.
Yeah, he won't just
He can't just go in and find a spot in there. He needs to know that that door is closed and that nobody's coming in and out. Yeah. It's his spot. Yeah, peace, Danny. Have a good night. Saving my beers for tomorrow. Doing an open mic tomorrow with buds and local scene kids. Gotta plan that shit out proper. That's cool. Open mics are fun. I haven't done one in years, bro.
No, you didn't go to any of my dad's ones when he offered.
I know. I'm a piece of shit.
No, you're not. We gotta maybe do it one day.
I'm just an antisocial piece of shit anymore. I've stopped, I get to the point, I still enjoy going out and doing things once in a while, but nowhere near to the level I used to. And I think the part of the aversion is part of my mental illness, but I think a part of it is just, I don't like the way that the social compact is shaken out. I used to like going out because there was a reasonable, other people were aware that public spaces were public and there was a reasonable amount of respect. I'm not saying there weren't assholes and transgressors and people that were there to fuck up your time, but I just feel like there's more of that. And then also, and I think this is just a reflection of me living in the area I grew up in, and there's been huge growth. I just feel like there's 10 times the amount of people as I'm used to when I think about going out.
Yeah.
We go to... that movie theater, that whole area with all those stores and the movie theater and shit. That place used to be hopping and busy back when I was a teenager. It was like the super chill place for people to go. I feel like it's like Disneyland level now when we go there. Yeah. Well, maybe not quite.
Let's see how much the population's changed in the last 30 years.
Look at my life.
Yeah.
Because, we started going back and forth to different cities, and I've got memories of doing that at 7, 8, 6, so 86, maybe from 85 to present, because it's pretty round, it's pretty close.
Okay, so the pop.
You're talking like a whole population of the United States or the world now?
Oh, I'm talking about
Just Fresno?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just Fresno. It was 217,000 in 1980.
Okay.
And then now it's 542. So it's like more than double the population.
And I think that's actually low because that's census data shit. So that's low.
It underestimates undocumented people a lot.
Especially in this area.
Yeah.
So you're probably looking at, back in the day, the population...
Maybe it's tripled,
It possibly has. Because back in the day, if you said, what was it, 207,000 or something like that?
217,000.
217? It was probably closer to 317 back then if you took... Or higher. But I would say 317 would be... back then. So it was probably closer to 500,000 back then when you took migrant and undocumented peoples into it, right? Which you should. They live here.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, it's probably closer to 700,000 people or so in this metro area when you take, like, Fresno County.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet that it's functionally tripled since I was a child. It feels like that. You know, I go to places and it's weird to me because there's this like nostalgic recognition of these old buildings and this old part of town that I've been to a billion times. Mm-hmm. But I don't recognize it because there's fucking 50 million people in it. You know, and I used to think shit was crowded back in the day, and it was. It really was. Like, shit used to be hella crowded. And just think about that. Like, if we're right and the population of this place has tripled in my lifetime, and shit was hella crowded back then, what does that make this now? You know? It's a huge part of why I'm adverse to going out. It's like going out to dinner. I used to love it. I used to love going out to a restaurant and sitting down because it was something you could just go do. Now, unless you want to go sit in like a fast food joint, you've got to like call and make sure that they've got a spot or wait in the lobby for an hour till they got a place. And it's just like...
join a wait list.
Yeah, you're on a wait list on your phone, wandering around for an hour and a half to get into a place. It's like, that's crazy to me. Crazy. And it's worse in bigger places. Like, Fresno is like a microcosm of LA in a lot of ways.
Like a lot of it's almost it's a commuter town for some. Some people are crazy and will fucking live here and commute to LA.
Yeah,
which is retarded.
I mean,
but
yeah, it does happen. Yeah, a lot of people do it.
Or at very least Sacramento.
Or they will do what a lot of people will do is they'll maintain a home here in the valley somewhere in Madera, Merced, Fresno, live in the Bay or live in nearer LA. And have a small rental property there, do 5 days a week in their tiny little 1-bedroom apartment, come back here, and it's still a profit because wages are so much higher in the Bay than they are here. So that's typically how I've known people. But when we're talking about the Bay, though, there are people that just drive that every morning. They get up at fucking 4 every morning, and they're on the road by 4:30 so they can be at work by 8. And then they come back the same way. And they drive a lot and they work a lot, but you know how those people live here in the valley? The benefit is obvious. You go down to, like, you know where I'm talking about, like right down here in that older area that we drive through when we're heading out towards the freeway. Those types of houses and shit are how those people live here. You know? And those people would probably struggle on that same salary to have a 2-bedroom apartment adjacent to their work, where they work. It's fucking crazy, bro. Your dad drives from Sacramento to San Jose for work. Is he like a long-haul trucker or something? Like he picks up a load? Because that's fucking... I mean, well, it's not huge. It's not that bad. Sacto to San Jose is not that bad, but it's not great.
Well, it's only 2 hours.
But that's 2 hours one way.
Yeah. But it's better than, like, going all the way down to...
Think about the fucking traffic in Sacto
Yeah.
during fucking rush hour every day when you get cut loose at 5, you're fucked. So that 2 hours becomes 3.5 some days, I bet. A lot of it just sucking fumes on the highway and going fucking 1 inch a minute. A 2-hour commute in ideal conditions. A 3-hour commute, if you take into account that Sacramento literally just fucking seizes up during.
Yeah, we were driving back from somewhere. I don't even remember where, but we had to go through Sacramento.
It was when we came back from fucking Washington.
Oh yeah, and we hit it right at rush hour.
We just happened to be coming through Sacramento at like 4:45.
Yeah.
And before we even got into the town, we were backed up and crawling. And you remember? Just bumper to bumper all the way through that shit. And then, you know, another thing, it's not related, but you remember all the fucking tent cities in Sacto? Mm-hmm. Just lining. It's like, fuck, bro.
Not no more. Newsom got right on it as soon as the court said it was okay. It's like, let's.
That's why people, like, when they say California is like commie paradise or whatever, I'm just like, do you know anything about how things work here? This place is roundly conservative, and people don't realize it. Like, our Democrats here are considered to be left-wing because they pursue social policies that are considered to be radical in the South. But they're just, dude, they used to do it here in Fresno in violation of orders. They would bulldoze encampments and shit. And they would use public health justifications. Like, there's a flea outbreak and we had to clear all this debris and all these animal fur and all this stuff out of here, right? And so they've been finding reasons in a lot of these municipalities to do it for a long time. It's just that the problem has compounded. There are more people streaming into California every day that have no basis and no support that end up on the street, end up living in their cars if they're lucky. You know how many, dude, there's so many, it's so sad. I was scrolling through these shorts the other night and there was this dude and he was talking and he seemed like super positive. He only had about 20 people watch him, but he was talking about all the love that he gets from people that find out what his circumstances are. And so I listened long enough. He's a dude living in his car and showing people how he does it. He just streams when he's got free time and he lives out of his car and he's working and he shows how he goes and cleans himself at the gym and blah, blah, blah. It was like, whoa. And there are like functionally 1 million people living like that in this country right now.
Yeah, they're the
quasi-homeless.
Cars are the quiet homeless.
Yeah, that's quasi-homeless is what they call it, or quiet homeless. Yeah, it's like they can count people that are
out on the street,
piled up on the street. But the people that are living in their cars, the people that are couch surfing, the people that are panhandling and working a job
that
and
are catching a motel when they can get it.
Yep, living in a motel 3 days a week if they can get it, and then kind of being transient, couch surfing on other days, and living out of the back of a car at a friend's pad, you know, like those people functionally homeless, but quietly. So you take the current numbers of homeless and probably double it, is what my estimation would be, and that gives you a true idea of the problem.
And all those people that are quiet homeless can end up transitioning out to the street, depending.
Well, it's you're functionally like less than a half step away from it.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, maybe a lot of them managed to float by on it. And some of them have even turned it into a legitimate lifestyle. Like the van life shit. It's about like, look, it's fucking way too expensive for rent. This car and fixing it up so that it's nice for me was way cheaper for me, and this is how I live. You know, but those people are functionally, you know, maybe not in the luxury end of it.
Yeah.
That seems more like a choice, but like, there are a lot of people that are living in converted panel vans, living in converted fucking rental trucks that they've purchased at auction. You know, they got a couple grand and they'd rather not pour that into a fucking down payment on a little shitty apartment, so they just get a truck and fix up in the back. And you don't know those people are there because, you know, have you ever driven around a town in dead fucking night? I know you have. We've been through them together. It's like, there are trucks parked everywhere in parking lots. You know, how many of those are housing people in them? Probably quite a fucking few. And those are just the visible ones. What about the ones that are like, well, I'm just go out on the outskirts of town and pull onto a piece of public property and go down the fucking trail a little bit and pull off, and I just sleep out here, and you know what I mean? There's no way to count those people. They're not being counted. So it's a pretty fucking dismal situation. And the answer is not bulldoze the tent cities. The answer is change fundamentally the way housing works in this country. Decommodify housing, basically. Stop allowing banks and rich people to be investors in real estate, because the fact that we have, I can't remember what the numbers were, but it's staggering. There's something like 6 million homes in America or something right now that are empty, functionally.
Well, if you look at this past year in lobbying, guess who the number 2 lobbyist group was by?
Real estate lobby?
Yep.
Yeah. Because the writing is on the wall. There's a huge crash. And I'm not even talking about price crash. I'm talking about fidelity crash coming in the housing market. And they want any legislation that comes out of this to be as beneficial to the owners of these big corporations as possible. Because
they're spending double what the drug companies are.
That's because the writing is on the wall. They realize that what's happening is unsustainable, and so they want the landing out of it, whatever that is, to be soft. They want to get to keep most of their shit somehow. Because that's why, though. It is completely untenable in this country to have 6 million empty homes and something like 2 million functional homeless people. Mm-hmm. Like, how does that make sense?
And yeah, the amount of markup on some of these houses is absurd.
We talked about this neighborhood the other day, how they're trying to scalp you for $500,000 to live in this neighborhood, in a shitty ramshackle house built in the 90s on the cheap, template house, poorly built, poorly maintained, shitty water, shitty situation other than it's near a fucking school. They want you to pay $500,000. Nope. On a fucking snowball's chance, bro. Take a peek. I was just interested to know if that was flourish or if that was something that was known about him. Ban the chair. Ban the chair. Yeah, chair has got fucking banned because I have to have somewhere to put my cellulite tiny Irish ass. What town? Funky Town. I live literally in Funky Town. You've heard the song, right? That's our town song. Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? The town is pretty funky. Pretty exclusive though. It's kind of hard to get into, so. Irish, Norse, Gael. Irish, Scottish, Norse, in that order, according to my ancestry. Family traces back both sides to County Cumberland in Scotland as far back as I was able to go. Clan Park and Clan MacBean. Oh yeah, I've got no wrist grip on tonight. Paul, when did it start when you couldn't afford to live in the same city you worked in? Well, I've always done that, but I've never lived in a big expensive city. I've always so for example, when I first moved out of Madera, which is where I was born and raised, which is a suburb of Fresno, which is also a pretty affordable, larger city in context of California. When I moved out of this area, I moved to Arizona. Now, Phoenix, even back then, was pretty fucking expensive to live in, but I never lived in Phoenix for very long. I lived in Phoenix when I first moved down there, stayed with a friend until he finished out his lease, and then we moved to Chandler, Arizona, which is a suburb. And I lived there, and I was able to make, my rent there. So I've never really moved. I mean, I've lived in some pretty giant metro areas. I lived in the Seattle metro. I lived in San Antonio metro. I lived in New Orleans metro. So, I know the difference. I lived a little bit in Mesa. I lived in Chandler for a while, Tempe for a while, and then the last town I was in right before I left Arizona was Mesa. But you being from that area, you know that it's functionally a 5-minute drive between those places. Never could afford to live in Scottsdale, though. Scottsdale was a little rich for my blood. Scottsdale, the town where the cops, I shit you not, back in the fucking early 2000s when I lived in Arizona, Scottsdale. Tiny little suburb of Arizona for rich white people. Only. You would go there, right, to go to the movies or to go to one of the cool places down there. And, fucking the cops drove Hummers and Corvettes, brand new Corvettes painted with the black and white with the Scottsdale City logo on them, and then Humvees. That's how they patrolled. That was all the way back in fucking 2002, 2001. I can't even imagine if that's continued what they're driving today. Anybody live near Scottsdale? What are the Scottsdale PD driving today? Are they just in custom Dodge Demons now? They've gone functional, or are they still flossing? Because they used to just floss down there. Cyber trucks, bro. I look like Rob Zombie when he was younger. I think I don't know. How old is Rob Zombie? I feel like he and I are not super far apart in age. I feel like he might have 5 years on me, maybe. So he and I can't be that fucking far apart, bro. Yeah, I'm pushing 45. I'll be 45 in April of next year, so if he's 50, 51, then he and I are basically from the same generation. What's your most positive trait of each of your romantic partners throughout your life? Oh, interesting. Each of my romantic partners. Okay, my first romantic partner was really talented and had the best smile. That was what her whole face lit up when she smiled and laughed, and she had the greatest laugh. I loved making her laugh. That was my favorite thing about her, was that she had one of those smiles and laughs that just would blow up a whole room. My second romantic partner, I loved her humor most of all. She was fucking hilarious. She would just drop the fucking nuke on people. She was very direct, and I enjoyed that about her. I thought that was very cool. My third serious romantic partner, I appreciated a lot about her. I appreciated her analytical thinking. I appreciated her ability to contextualize things as a utilitarian. And I appreciated her ability to like maintain good humor while being that type of a person. That was cool of her. My next romantic partner, I appreciated how free she was. Like, honestly, she was, I don't know if I ever told her this, but, you know, she was one of the most free people that I knew in terms of how she presented. She was her own person. And I always envied that about her. And I always thought it was a good trait. And then my wife, I appreciate her ability to remain calm in the face of things that other people would freak out about. I admire her like blunt and direct, quiet wisdom. And I admire her for her ability to sit and listen at times when she needs to, or at times when it's the best thing, you know, to do. She's very good at knowing when to really intensely listen to somebody, and she's very good at picking up on small things, very analytical, and I love her for that. So yeah, there you go. That's the rundown, probably. Yeah, that was nice. For sure. It's funny. You know, I'm not just saying that I'm some great guy or whatever, but it's like I've got my exes and stuff in my life. I think everybody my age does. And it's like I don't have any enmity with any of them. I don't hate any of them. I don't look back in anger or with despair or disdain on the time I spent with any of them. Like, I really enjoy how my life shook out. And all of those people that I was talking about there were a big part of that. And I think that's part of, like, I don't know, maybe it's part of getting old. But I always feel bad for people that have got, like, 3 or 4 exes that they just hate. You know, it's not like me and my exes are, like, fucking simpatico or anything. But if I bumped into one of them, it wouldn't be beyond awkward for me, you know. One of my exes lives in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in California. Unfortunately, 2 of my exes live in California. Uh-oh. Hold on. 3 of my exes live in California. What is your wife's worst trait? That I can't see her beautiful face every second of every day is the worst thing about her. The fact that, like every other human being, she requires privacy. Yeah, she's too beautiful. She just stuns me. Every time I look at her, I'm dumbfounded. Bro, I'm too old, bro. I'm too old. You're not gonna catch me in any of the fucking old traps, okay? You're not gonna get me in any of the old traps, okay? None of them. Okay? I know. I'm too long in the tooth. Been around this fucking sun too many times, okay? Yeah, dude. No, dude, I ain't sitting on no couch. Dude, you think I'm hitting the couch at my age, bro? You must be joking. I'm way too, I know how to do it. Okay, I know how to navigate things, usually. Okay? All my exes live in Texas. Your drink of choice? I don't know, bro. I don't drink enough to have a drink of choice, I guess. And I drink beer, but that's just nice. You got a new dog and had to name it in 10 seconds. What would its name be? Wilford Brimley. I've always thought that's the best dog name. So I would name my dog Wilford Brimley. Even if it was a girl dog, her name would be Wilford Brimley. If you or a loved one has diabetes. Yeah, Wilford Brimley, dude. That's the first name that came to my mind, is Wilford Brimley. Also, he was pretty good in, have you seen that movie, The Firm, with Tom Cruise? And Wilford Brimley is in that. He plays the security guy. And he's a mean guy in that. You see the range of Wilford Brimley in that movie. Cheddar jalapeno beagle. Aw, poor beagle. Most American men can't do 10 push-ups. Well, I'm most American men. I don't think I could do 10 push-ups. I'm made of that soft shit, you know. All right, well, that's enough for you. We're not gonna let that brim over into a full-blown explosion. Be, 'cause all my exes live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Dude, I need a joint. Hold on, dude. What am I doing? All right. So I went and watched the Demon Mama video. And I can now confirm that there is indeed no self-awareness in it. There's no reflection on her own involvement as a drama vector and her own use of DMs and shit like that to try and spin a narrative about another fucking streamer. Zero self-awareness, 100% victim mentality. So, kind of shitty. I was sitting and listening to it, bro, and I had a moment. It was a 90s ass moment, I'll admit, and I'm not trying to make fun. But I was sitting and listening to this. Demon Mama's a trans woman. She's talking about a person who made accusations against her who is only known by Glooby. And she's talking about Glooby's interactions with her partner, Demon Mama's partner, who prefers the pronoun it. And so as I'm listening to this, Demon Mama is saying it wanted to show its artwork to Glooby, but Glooby didn't know that it didn't know that Glooby was under. I was just like, what the this is the most fucking 2024 shit that I've heard in forever, bro. I was like, I can't even understand where this fucking train is going. It Dude, I had a whole ass 90s moment where I was like, Glooby, Demon Mama, and a person who goes by it are having an internet drama. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on, bro? Am I crazy? And the seriousness, you know, of course it's serious to Demon Mama, of course. Like, this is her whole ass fucking lifeline career thing, right? I'm not gonna say, but it's just like, Glooby made a whole accusation against myself and it, my partner. And Glooby has misrepresented it and itself. And I was just like, bro, my 90s ass brain is like, what? Super fucking serious, too? It's like deadpan serious. Glooby has attacked me and my family. I talked to my partner and it was inconsolable. It was wailing and weeping all night. It's like, huh? Yeah, it is a kink thing. I'm sure that that would be argued against, but it kind of seems like it. Kind of seems like that's where it's coming from. But yeah, that shit was just wild, bro. That shit was just wild. I had a whole 90s moment listening to it. I was like, what the... This has got to be the most 2024 conversation / drama cycle that has ever happened, bro. It and Glooby are going at it. Glooby and it, bro. I can't even. Is the kink to be considered an object rather than a human? Yeah, an object, objectification, dehumanization. Some people get off on being depersonalized during sex or denigrated in a sexual manner as part of their sex play. So I would imagine, given the nature of the argument being that cartoon porn was shared with underage minors, I'm gonna guess that sexual fetish has a lot to do with how it goes through life. I'm going to guess that it lives a life of almost constant sexual fetishization. And I'm going to guess that it probably wouldn't be in trouble or have any drama if it wasn't thinking with its penis and or vagina. Depending. Burn the alt. Oh, dude, the hyper online world, the people that have moved a huge part of their personality and self-worth into these online spaces and then transact with it. Dude, that shit is fucking capital W wild. Capital W. Like, I would be a liar to say that I'm not terminally online because my job is online. I kind of have to be to a certain extent. But I'm not terminally online in the sense that, like, the online world is where I see my life expressed, and my personal life is just a waiting room for that. That's new, bro. That's new. Oh yeah. Social media literally drives people fucking loony. I'm not even kidding to you, dude. You might have a normal fucking family member and then they get wrapped up 6 months in the Twitterverse or whatever the fuck, and they are completely unrecognizable human beings. It turns people fucking crazy. People get spun out. They move their whole personality into that space. That becomes what they care about, and their life, like I said, becomes this like boring waiting room as they're waiting to get online and check their mentions and shit. It's fucking wild. Wild. Glooby and it, bro. Well, I sure hope that whatever the drama between Glooby and it was, that it finds a happy resolution and that Glooby finds a happy resolution. That's all I know. And that Demon Mama doesn't think she has any role in drawing that kind of bullshit to herself when she herself participates on the other end of it. The fact that that was not mentioned as part of her fucking video today is crazy to me. Shows an utter lack of self-awareness. Like, you're not, it's not like people came out of nowhere and decided to try and ruin its life. Like, it was involved intimately in your drama fucking nuke dropping bullshit. It's involved in your content, it's involved in your community, and you're a drama streamer. To call yourself anything different would be to deny the fucking biggest videos on your channel. So don't fucking pretend that you didn't throw yourself face down in the pig slop. And now you want everybody to like treat you like a fucking hard done by victim because you got pig shit on you. Don't make no fucking sense to Paul's ego. Paul's ego don't understand that. I don't remember what its name is, but I'm just using the proper pronoun. You know? I do wonder how some of these people cut it in the real world. They don't. This type of shit begins and ends at their front door. That's why it's an entirely online thing. Like, a lot of the shit that people express in these online places where they're just leading around with their cock, their life is only that in complete and utter fantasy. And as soon as they step out their front door, they're just completely normal fucking human beings. So it's literally just a fantasy life that they've created. People have substituted personality for things like fandom, sex fetish, kink, community. Like that, those things used to be things that people did. Now they are things that define people. So escapism, a transfer of responsibility and a transfer of autonomy to a fantasy life. It's very childlike, hence why I feel like there's so much like cringy crossover in these communities between children and content creators. It feels like am I crazy, or does it feel like every week a content creator is getting exposed for being in the DMs with like a fucking 14-year-old? Like, am I wrong? Or does it seem like it's like one a week now? Seems like one a week. And like from where I'm sitting, that's just like alien shit. Like, I don't like being in the DMs with somebody I know and care about, let alone with a 14-year-old. And it just seems like it's like month after month, week after week, it's one after the next of people that are wrapped up in some, you know, varying shade of impropriety with somebody that's a fucking teenager. It's like, what do you think this is about? You like minors? Oh yeah, dude. Throw up a heart in the chat if you're a minor. I'm friendly to all human beings here, and everybody's input matters. Throw up some hearts in the chat if you're out there listening tonight and you're a minor. It's all gravy and it's all love here. I like to shout out different people, sometimes from different times of the world, different places in the world, sometimes from different generations, you know? We love minors here in this channel. So throw up some fucking heart emojis in the chat if you're underage. Throw it out there, man. We love everybody on this channel. Yeah, just go ahead, man. Throw it out there, guys. Throw the fucking hearts out there in the chat. This used to work, by the way. They've smartened up. I swear to God, the first like 10 times I did this shit, right? The first 10 times, I got like 5 or 6 or 7 children throwing heart emojis, bro. That's suspect? What? Getting rid of fucking kids out of the discourse is suspect? What would you like me to do? I'm a kid at heart. I still eat Pop-Tarts, so here's a heart emoji. Okay, well, I'm a kid at heart, too. I still eat mac and cheese. Okay? You got banned, though. Any heart emojis is kind of stupid. No, I just ask... Oh, my God. Are you missing the point on purpose? Is this a sea lion that I'm dealing with? I ask them to throw up heart emojis so that their stupid asses will put it, and then they will get banned immediately. Because I don't want children in my community. I don't abide them. I don't want them. I don't care about their feedback. Their personal life philosophy and their take on politics is something that is so beneath my interest. And I find that when I do end up getting sucked into some kind of fucking bullshit with somebody that I assume is a fucking college-age person or above that turns out to be some fucking teenager, it's always a waste of time. Because they don't have any fucking life lived behind them to have any kind of a fucking take. So, yeah. We nuke them down. Yeah, this is an adult space. I enforce that religiously here. Like, every last one of my mods knows that if they have an inkling that you're typing like you're a teenager, like you're typing like you're T9 texting, like, you what, mate? And 10 emojis and shit, you're just getting nuked. Like, I don't abide kids talking about adult shit, and I don't abide adults that talk like kids about adult shit. So, it's a fucking clean sweep up in this bitch. Go play Roblox or some shit. Isn't there something going on? Isn't there a Roblox fucking event going on right now or some shit? Like, if your ass is a teenager, what are you doing sitting and listening to politics anyway? You got your whole life ahead of you to worry about this shit. Get your fucking ass out of here. What is T9 texting? It's how you used to have to text before smartphones. It's like every number is one of 3 letters, right? One is A, B, C, and you have to press 1 3 times to get C. And so it took a long time for people to text like that. And so what we would do is, instead of saying SEE space YOU, we would say CU. But now people have no excuse to type like that, but there are people who are so fucking online and brain broken that they'll just type like that to a human being. And typically I find it's kids, like teenagers or people that still have the mentality of retarded teenagers. Yeah, if you do that still, it really it undermines your perceived intelligence by probably about 50 or 60 fucking IQ points, bro. You probably need to stop, because there's no point. Like, the whole reason we did CULAER, see you later, back in the day, is because it was hella quicker to do that in T9. Now that you've got like autocorrect and autocomplete and shit, it makes no sense. It makes you sound like a fucking caveman knuckle dragger. Immediately out of the box, bro. I take fucking 50 IQ points off the top of your assumed fucking intellect. Like this. And I find that it's like children that do it more often, and I don't want to waste my fucking time talking to children. So if I get rid of a retard that's an adult or a kid, win-win. The Goonies 2 just got greenlit. Shut up. If you're lying, I'm gonna ban you. I'm dead ass fucking serious. I want one of my mods, if they have time, to go look up if the Goonies 2 is greenlit and give me a fucking thumbs up or a thumbs down on whether or not that's true, because if that's a lie, your ass is fucking banned, bro. That's not even a joke. That's not even a joke. If you're lying, you're fucking banned, bro. Greenlit means they're making it. When a movie concept gets the green light, oh my god, Matt. All right, I trust my wrenches. If Jack Black is in this movie, The Goonies is the greatest fucking kids movie ever made. One of the greatest action adventure movies just in general ever made. It is an 80s vibe. It is eternal spring in my mind. And they're about to poo all over it, bro. Oh, they're gonna poo all over it. They're literally about to dude, if Jack Black plays One-Eyed Willie, it is over for me. I'm just letting you guys know, dude. I'm closing down my internet. I'm moving to the woods. I'm gonna take a log and I'm gonna chop it and I'm gonna build a cabin out in the woods. And that's gonna be that, bro. That's gonna be that. You guys will never hear from me again. If Jack Black is in this movie, bro. Says all original cast. Yeah, I don't care though, because that doesn't mean that they're not gonna have new characters. I can already see this movie. It's going to be all of the fucking Goonie guys. They're all living in the Goondocks. They all bought houses there and they raised their kids there. And then their kids are going to get involved in a crazy scheme because they're going to lose faith in the Goondocks. The family's going to sell the Goondocks and they've got to save it again, and they're going to go looking for that pirate ship one last time. There's got to be some rich stuff in One-Eyed Willie's thing, and it'll be the cast. The kids will all be the cast. 100% of the cast of kids will be from Stranger Things. It'll be literally like the fat kid will be the little fat kid from Stranger Things. The nerdy kid that had a fucking inhaler, Mikey, he'll be the fucking skinny little dork kid that looks like a chick from Stranger Things.
A new swashbuckling adventure for a new generation.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And maybe it'll be something gay, like they go back in time and get to meet One-Eyed Willie. Yeah, the Asian guy's got another little Asian kid who's into inventing things. And he invents a time machine, and they're able to go back to the beginning to try and steal One-Eyed Willie's treasure when he was alive. And they go through the fucking little Asian kid's ghetto-ass fucking time machine, and they go back to the One-Eyed Willie days and have a swashbuckling adventure to try and save the Goondocks one last time. Jack Black is One-Eyed Willie. Rob Schneider is First Mate Smee. Soundtrack by Corey Feldman. Oh yeah, they open up the gate and they go back and visit and steal something, but then One-Eyed Willie figures out how to reopen the gate and comes into the real world to pillage the Goondocks. Can they save the Goondocks from the goofy, pot-bellied, bearded pirate One-Eyed Willie played by Jack Black? Tune in to find out in Goonies 2. Yeah, Batista is Sloth.
Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys.
It's Batista as Sloth.
Hey, you guys, what's going on?
It's the little doughy fat kid from Stranger Things.
Oh God, guys, maybe we shouldn't be doing this.
It's the little kid that looks like a girl from Stranger Things. I don't know, guys. I think we have to save the Goondocks. And Jack Black as One-Eyed Willie. You want to see something weird, kid? Ah! I'm fucking out of here, bro. I'm depressed now. Thank you.